Right. I read this book, right, and what I must say to start with is, right, when I was reading it, I had faces, I had actors to all the characters' names, yeah. So that was dead weird to start with, and I already had preconceptions about what the book was like from certain reviews I'd watched, even spoiler reviews I watched, but I just had my hand on the volume up and down. The book, right, the main thing about the book is that I had faces already to the names, and also I did get onto, simply by the reviews alone, I got onto simple dialogue changes, swaps, basically, where one character might say a certain word in the movie, well, trailer, but in the book, a different character would say a certain word, yeah? Now, I don't know if you book V readers are used to encountering that. I've not done a book V movie before. When I see the movie, I shall do one. But I noticed initially I had actors' faces already to the names, the characters' names, and also I noticed, as I say, slight dialogue changes, just slight ones, but enough for me to notice just by the trailers alone. I'll give you an example where Laurie calls to Karen as she's running down the stairs. In one of the trailers, she's running down the stairs to see the face of Ray, where she comes down the stairs toward the front door, just before she bolts it back over, and then where Michael then puts his arms through, yeah? You got Karen come down the stairs after her, and she says she's bolting the door. I think it's after she notices through the glass that Ray has died. She calls to Karen as she's coming down the stairs, like I say, she shouts, Karen, you know, go to the basement where it's safe. She goes, Karen, baby Karen, go to the basement. Now, example of dialogue changes where Laurie not once addresses her daughter Karen with the term baby. She's not once throughout the whole book. The little funny thing is, Karen addresses her daughter Alison with that term baby. She uses that quite often actually in the book. I have only noticed Laurie in the trailers calling her daughter Karen by baby just the once, but very noticeably so in that trailer. Yes, that simple dialogue changes just like that were scattered throughout the book. Based on what's seen in the trailers so far, just the trailers, I had noticed a few dialogue changes. A few dialogue swaps, get me? A few dialogue swaps, yeah? I'm not seeing the movie yet, so as far as changes, major changes, differences, I cannot say as far as thus far, but as for now, after I've just read the book, I think my main observations so far, and also, I will say, I thought the Dr. Sartain character, as far as reading is concerned, I thought Dr. Sartain, his character arc was really refreshing and really constructive toward the general story, the general narrative as a whole. As to how I will see Dr. Sartain in the movie and how his arc envelops in the movie, and it has an effect toward the whole story in regards to the movie, might well be a different story entirely. As far as the book is concerned, he reads really well in the book. He reads really well. Dr. Sartain, the character, reads really well. Fits in great. Comes in at great points sporadically. Dr. Sartain comes in sporadically throughout the narrative of the book, and when he does, it's refreshing. And the event where Dr. Sartain is in the taxi with Alison, I'll say no more because I don't want to give any spoilers away. That event in the taxi, as he is driving Alison, let's put it that way, toward Laurie's house near the end of the book, I thought, that whole episode was fantastic. Read great in the book, really fantastic, adrenaline filled. Appropriately as far as literature goes, it was appropriately written, really read wonderfully. big highlight in the book. I actually tweeted that. Part 2. I just had to go home and upload on the card because it was suddenly disappearing on me. Okay, I'll come back out now. Part 2. This is obviously now part 2, continuing. Yeah. I thought the book, aside from how it compared to the trailers, I thought the book handled the shape really well. Michael Myers, it handled the dual identity of the shape stroke Michael Myers. It handled it really, really well. Narratively, I thought the book handled the dual identity of our baddie here really, really well. Just as much respect as John Carpenter did in his original film, yeah. Okay, moving on. I thought the book really handled the dual identity really well. I say right on to the end, to the point where it gave the reader, it still gave the impression to the reader that Michael Myers stroke the shape was sort of not 100% human, right? Let's put it that way, yeah? That's the impression the author gave the reader, right? That Michael Myers' stroke the shape wasn't quite 100% human, right up beyond the end. As I say, even at the final pages of the book, there was still paragraphs in italic expressing the shapes, feelings, drive, determination, even beyond when a human being might have been dead. Right, I might put spoilers in a bracket in the heading to this part. Very difficult to explain that point without actually saying spoilers. Moving on. The book itself seemed to have a massive chunk in the middle where it just concentrated on the dance and the dance alone. And a lot of the reviews I read watched online were saying just that the movie spent so much of its time away from the main characters, i.e. Laurie, and her entanglement with Michael Myers. And the book did the same thing. The whole middle section of the book was just on the dance alone. Well, I can imagine that's what the film did as well, concentrated on the dance far too much away from the main characters. The book did the same thing. And moving on. I've got a feeling the end of the book is going to be different to the end of the movie. Just simply based on the trailers I've seen. I've got a feeling the ending of the book is not going to be the same as the ending in the film. Even with my severe inexperience of reading novels against books, reading novels against movies, they're counterparts, with my extreme minimal experience, I've got a severe feeling that. Okay, over and out, it's going, I'm out, over and out, bye-bye.